Alright everyone, I'm back. This is the next day. It took quite a while to actually put the hired swords, aka the Viktorias, together. I'll tell you why in a second, but as you can see, all the sprues. This is not like 40K Games Workshop type of models. They won't give you any extra stuff or variants. Maybe if you buy like an extra kit or something like that, you might be able to do so, but that's going to be expensive. Maybe they have kits that have extra stuff, but I don't know. Alright, the reason why these took a long time is you can see they're very, very thin and very, very fragile with their weapons and stuff like that. I don't know if it's just this kit because they're females and they're carrying mostly katanas, so therefore their weapons are pretty slim and they're slim themselves. I don't know if that's the case, but my poor, this is the Student of Conflict, I believe. I don't know where the piece went. I showed my girl yesterday why she doesn't have the braids. She has braids that's supposed to come from behind. Let me show you here real quick. Ooh, almost broke her sword there. She wants to focus on the back. She has braids in the back. I had to take a little bit of green stuff and fill the hole and do a little texturing to it. But it's so thin that that they snapped in my fingers just holding them. There was no way I could have just held them there in place without them breaking. If you did, then you're awesome, but I didn't. So she's just got a short hair, kind of bob haircut going on, whatever. She wasn't too difficult. Her pieces aren't too thin and fragile. I had to use green stuff. It was very, very difficult because again their pieces are so thin that it was almost impossible to just hold it there. I'm very impatient, so there's that too. So pretty much I do the instant green stuff concrete type chemical reaction. Just put the green stuff where you want it, so you tack it down. I usually start with the feet and don't put anything together. Kind of have a base to work on. So put the base here, the feet, or whatever you're using, what creature or whatever, have their feet or hooves or whatever they use on the base. So as you can see right here, took a little bit of green stuff, ball it up on here too, and wherever it connects that you won't see it too well, like under the dress, there's some, and then you just put a little super glue on it, place it down, and within a few seconds, within the minute, not even within the minute, it'll be like concrete. It bonds a lot stronger. I use that for metal and pewter because I'm impatient. Plus, like the Vargoffs and stuff like that for vampire counts, their wings kind of come out, so you have to either pin them or hold them, and holding them in place, there's no real, just the super glue placing it, so even if it falls, it's gonna break. So green stuff, that whole green stuff there, put a little super glue on there, hold it tight, it'll harden up real quick on you. The only downside of that is it will harden up real quick on you, so you have to have the angle correct. Case in point, like certain models like these. This is Taylor. She's cool as well. Oh, well, I like them all. But as you can see, well, you might be able to not see because of the seam, but let me see here if I can. Casting too much shadow. Right between the hands here is two different pieces. So the hand on the back side holding the hammer is one piece. The front side, the mechanical arm holding the back side of the weapon, is another piece. So you kind of have to line it up right in this case, and then make sure you have it right, and then connect them. So it's really hard to do the green stuff in this situation, but I did it anyways. You can see, let me see here. There's green stuff under that pauldron, green stuff here. And what you do is you take a blade or a toothpick. I forgot my toothpick, but what I did was I took this blade. It's a little sharper, so it's a little better in this case. So have a couple of these blades. I think they're pretty cheap, but a couple of these blades, X-Acto blades, back up. Because it will harden on here. The super glue will harden on the blade, and so will the green stuff, so it'll fuck up the blade here in the end. So once they're in place and nice and hardened, in this case it's a little harder because you're kind of matching up the direction that they're going to be to match up where the weapon's going to be. But once that's done, take the X-Acto blade and just kind of cut off the excess pieces of green stuff. Let's see here. It's hard to tell here, but you can see the green stuff where her foot is planted. But I did take the blade and smooth it out with the rock. It's hard to tell, but it's flush with the rock, so when it's painted, it will look like rock. It'll be flush with it. Let me. Sorry, I wasn't even filming anything there. Anyway, this one was really hard as well. No, this one wasn't as hard actually, because that torso and leg piece is one piece. This one wasn't too difficult to put together. Just the arm and the hand resting on the katana. But altogether, that one wasn't. This one, let me see. Not too difficult. Not too difficult. You can kind of see the green stuff. Maybe see the green stuff where her feet are planted. Again, cut it, any excess, and make it flush with whatever you're going to be using. You can see her arm there, little green stuff there. She wasn't too difficult. This one was probably, I like this model the best. It's a very cool pose. Not too much green stuff for this one. Again, her wrist is super thin. You can see my finger here. What's also really thin here? You can see this blade thickness of this X-Acto blade. So you can see how thin and fragile that's going to be. Almost, maybe like three blades, maybe even 2 blades thick. So very fragile wrist. So I took a little tiny bit of green stuff. I might have to shave that down a little bit with a file, just to make it more flush. But that wrist is very thin. That was the only difficult part. It wasn't too difficult once you put that green stuff and do that method that I was talking to you about. And then, like I said, cut off any excess and make whatever extra flush. This one was ridiculously hard, only because of the very cool action pose. She's sorry, casting shadows again. The blade action pose is she's got like her arm over here and kind of bringing it around to the other side. So getting that lined up and having the green stuff in the same time was really hard. You can see a lot of green stuff. Her hair bun thing on the back of her head. I had to use green stuff and then texture it with the X-Acto blade to line it up with her hair. Green stuff on her shoulders. As you can see, it took a while to do this one. It's really tough. And then this one was ridiculous hard too. See the green stuff on the shoulders. You know, push it down, make it flush. She was one torso piece as well, I think. But it's these arms, lining these arms up. These arms are just arms. They're not hands with the weapon. The hands with the weapon is one piece. So it's 3 pieces altogether for the arms. 1 arm, 2 arm, the hands with the weapon. So you have to line that all up with that green stuff. Even without the green stuff, you're going to be doing that with your hand. You can get glue all over the place. So I recommend make sure you do it quickly if you use the green stuff method. Again, fucking focus, man. I feel like as my camera gets older, it just wants to die out and not do its job. Again, make that green stuff flush. So I'm gonna go prime these, and eventually I'll show you the paint jobs afterwards. But that's the Viktorias on their cobbled street bases, which I like. This one's cool because it's got like parchment on it too, like a sidewalk, and this one's got like a sidewalk cobble sewers. This one has like leaves on it. You can see some leaves right there, so that'll be cool. Oh, that's paper, but there's also leaves on the other side, which is kind of cool. And then this has got like a cool sewer drain. The other ones I'm not using at the moment, only because the fact that just cobble. They don't have any extra cool stuff like rope and sewer tops and what have you. This one actually has leaves and rope laying around. So, Alright, so enjoy the video. I'm gonna go prime my Viktorias. Alright, everyone. So right now I've gotten the skin done on these models. Right now, like the highlights and whatnot. I'll show you. What I'm going to be doing is doing the sheer look on some of these characters. So the sheer see-through clothing type look on some of these characters. I've seen some kind of different techniques, so I'm going to try that. And this will be my first time, like I said, in some of my videos. So we'll see how that turns out. Right now, so basic. Another bright light's bright, but it's the those halogen lights, so it's a pure white. So you won't see that like this is under orange light here. Yeah. And then the white light's just so you can get the correct color from what the pots and liquid's gonna look like. Definitely looks different. So this is Taylor here. Again, it's gonna look. I'm not like the best painter in the world here, but I like to show off some of my styles here. And again, my girl said I should try to go for like the leaky. The runny mascara look, so I'm gonna try that as well. So that was Tyler. This is a run, and this is part of the process of the sheer look. So as you can see right here, a lot of the parts that are gonna be skin color are gonna be then highlighted on with a gray, then a light gray, then a white. So it looks like a white sheer see-through shirt and stockings. So as you can see, you kind of go with the paint style first. So you can see she's not naked, but you kind of paint where you build up where it's going to be kind of touching more of the fabric on the sheer look. So obviously the chest and the legs, mostly in where the bone is. See, like in the shins and knees, are built up a little bit more than anything else. And this is a Ronin. You can see the back right here. So you can kind of see, use your imagination or understand where the most top layer of the skin will be touching clothing. So the bottom of her skirt is going to be sheer as well. And those are going to be white stockings. So obviously the calves and back of where the knee is connecting right here on the sides, and ankles and the top of the feet. And then this is a Victoria of Blood. She's going to be having a white jacket. Sorry. Fumbling hands here. So she's going to have like a white see-through jacket right here, so you can see just some of the chest area is going to be coming through. That's under the white light, and then you can kind of see under orange light. And let's see, next we have Victoria of Ashes, or Ash. And let me go under the white light here first so you can kind of see. She's going to have, I'll go over that later, actually, so. And then, so you can see a very big difference between bright white light versus what most stores and what most houses usually have, like an orangish light. This is another Ronin. She's gonna have a white shirt, so you can see right here what I did there, like a tank top dress look. So you can kind of see it's gonna be very tight. It's very very tight. So there's a lot of wrinkles. So that chest area, that ab area, stomach area is pressing against that sheer look very more so than the back here. especially because there's a bun or a bow on the back here. So you can see, just build up the layers to where the muscles are. Same with the chest, and then this is gonna be a white look, so I'm gonna, or a white shirt. So that's her. You see the legs under there. And yeah. And this one is gonna have no sheer white on her. This is white light. Let's see, let me see here. Yeah, I'm gonna focus on my rug. That's not what I'm trying to point at. Another Ronin. You can see she got a little bit of the cam toe there. Back there. And now what I'm gonna say here, yeah, so she's gonna have like white sheer underwear. She's not gonna have anything sheer. For her, she's going to have, it's a different process. She's gonna have a sheer black shirt. So what you do is, when you do that, you're gonna build up the black first, and then what you're gonna do is slowly build up in just some areas, like maybe the muscle area, that color. So it's gonna be like a reverse process. She's gonna have the sheer. She's gonna have a sheer jacket, so I'm gonna be saving that process as well. Black or a dark brown jacket, and then build up that sheer look by using the skin color and building up that skin look right on any of the tight muscle areas and chest area. And she's gonna have the sheer white, and then she's gonna have sheer black. So again, in that chest area, it'll be built up the color you want first, and then you build up the skin color again, but not as much. Alright, so that's what I'm doing right now, guys. Let me see. Student of conflict, or daughter of conflict, I don't remember. Taylor. Ronin. Victoria Blood. Ashes, Victoria Ashes. Another Ronin. Another Ronin. Alright, folks. Right now I'm throwing down kind of the base colors for each character before I start doing the highlighting of the different characters. I just woke up. Forgive me if I sound weird. So kind of just sticking to the box color set schemes for the different characters. Try to do the sheer look. I failed doing the sheer look. It looked really weird, so obviously did it wrong. So I'm just gonna do solid clothes color until I can figure out how to do the sheer look better. So let me show you here. Again, this base colors. The skin's done for now. I might do another highlight on the skin. As you can see, kind of sticking to the color schemes on the characters right now from the box. Again, just the base colors down. Haven't done any highlighting on them except for the skin. Come out pretty good so far. I haven't painted in a long time, at least detailed. I mean, like I did in Super Dungeon Explorer, it's not very detailed, so I was getting frustrated, not seeing any progress. But my girl said keep going, so I did. I'm starting to see a little progress, but maybe it's because I haven't painted in a long time. So she's difficult because the arms are blocking her face, so kind of rough getting in those little details. Yeah, the Victorias are like my favorite model, so they're looking pretty good, I think. Still only put some small little detail colors in there before I put the washes down in those areas, like the purples. Ooh, almost fell. Like the purples haven't had washed yet. So, and the blacks, I haven't put any black washes or anything on the grays and the blacks yet. There's a few things I'm missing. She's looking pretty cool, I think. Those little strips, man. When you get older, man, you know, you're not very good painter, or don't practice painting very often like I do. It's hard to get those little tiny things right there. The little bows. We're kind of wrapping around her leg. Those little rings. I'm trying to tell you where the bows are, like right there. And right there. You'll see it better when I put that wash on too, and I start highlighting it up. That's the Ronin, and this is Taylor Swift, or Taylor. Let me see if I can get. It's like the camera just wants to focus on the background for some reason. It's not used to the front foreground. Alright, so here's Taylor. She's looking pretty cool. She doesn't really seem to have the same face or expression as the box, but whatever. I think she looks pretty cool. And then this is the Student of Conflict. I forgot to do the feet, so I'm having to go back to the feet and highlight that up. I thought she was wearing boots when I was starting to paint her, so I had left that blank. But yeah, she's probably wearing the most different things, like some scrolls, books, like a weird parchment in the back too. She's got really cool gloves. Her bow, again, her little ponytail thing was so small it snapped in half. I wasn't gonna go ahead and try to reattach that. It would have been ridiculously hard for me. But I'm just not a surgeon. I don't have surgical hands, so it's coming out pretty good, I think. I was trying to find some really good tutorials on how to paint the Viktorias and different models online, images for the Viktorias or hired swords. I tried Google, MALIFAUX, hired swords, painting, hired swords, MALIFAUX, painting, Viktorias, hired swords, MALIFAUX. Whatever option I tried to come around, there was not a lot of different pictures or anything like that for these characters. So again, I don't know how new these are, but I couldn't find anything, so I'm going to do some more washes here. Alright, so this is the last steps of my models. So I've completed them. They're not like super duper awesome, cool painter McGee style, but I think they came out pretty good. And again, these are the hired swords. So let me show you each one kind of separately. So this is just the Ronin. I kind of painted the leaves on the ground, a little autumn style. It's just some browns, reds, and some yellowish browns in there. Her dress is kind of like that dress right there. Is like a yellow built-up style. Yeah, I just completed them, so I think they turned out pretty good. Let me stop this real quick and see if I can get them zoomed in. Alright, so I think this is focusing a little bit better there. Again, this is the first Ronin. Little cobblestone type roads, bases. Yeah. Alright, so let me, the second Ronin. She's wearing like a gray, red type dress, I guess. again on that cobblestone base. This is Victoria of Ash coming up next. We put it down here. More focus, focus, focus. Wow, come on. There we go. There we go. So this is kind of like she got like a road and sidewalk combo, I guess, in her. Oh my goodness, it's killing me. Alright, that's a little better. So you can see, this is Victoria of Ash. Let me, this camera's really pissing me off. Sorry. Victoria of Ash there. And next up is Victoria of Blood. She's kind of on like a cobblestone road slash sidewalk too. Let me switch hands. She's kind of like crouching. Alright. This is another Ronin. She's like a sewer manhole cover type deal here. Let me do that so it focuses. Let me get the back here. Okay, this is Taylor. She's got like a sledgehammer type, warhammer type deal. Some more autumn leaves, some scrap paper. Let me see if I can get some. Okay. And then this is the student of conflict here. Like a totem, I guess, linked to like the main characters there. Kind of buffs them. It's got some scrolls, some books and stuff like that. Little schoolgirl uniform, I guess, and a little sewer drain right there. Let me see if I move the light here behind me. So those are the Victoria, well, not the Victorias, but they're the hired swords, but using the Victoria boxed set. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed.